Hello vinyl community, Bruno in Brittany. I would like first to wish everyone Happy New Year, Bonne année, as we say in France, or Breves Mat, as we say in Brittany. This is, as it is now traditional, the vinyl tag for the new year, 2023. So thanks to Rob Walker in Manchester to create these 20 questions for us to answer. Let's go. So the first question is, what is your favorite new album from 2022, or new music from 2022? Well, I haven't decided yet because I would like to make a video on my best of music for 2022, but at the moment the best album that I had in last year was Yard Act, The Overlord. I think this is a band, a British band from the Yorkshire. Yeah, great one. By the way, I couldn't get this album in France in the March, so I had the opportunity to go to UK, so I bought it there. Last band or solo artist you saw live. I was fortunate to see Makaya McCraven in Brest in Brittany. It was early in 2022, and it was a period when he was releasing this album called In These Times. A great drummer from Chicago. Their first album was the best. This is a French band, French-Dutch music, Air Moon Safari. I think it is from 1998. The next question is not easy because if I choose the vinyls that I purchase, it's not the case for the CDs anymore, or for the cassette tapes, because I only buy some of them when I can find them cheap. So it's not easy to get two versions of one album. And the question here is, show the hat trick, an album that you have in cassette tape, for example, CD, and vinyl. So this is not the case for this one, but yeah. It is this book that many of you may know, Uncompromising Expression, on the Blue Note label. This is Blue Train by John Coltrane. And of course, this year we had this release, which is the Tone Poet version of it. This is the stereo one, and I already had before a cheap one on vinyl, but I also have this. This is the same album on cassette tape. It's the best that I can do. Album begins and ends with the same letter. So this is this album by Serge Gainsbourg called Aux armes, etc. Aux armes is the two first letters of our national anthem, and etc. mean and so on. And it was outrageous for some people to get this album at that time, because the older people. It's an album by Gainsbourg in 79 or 80, 79. and he made this album in Jamaica with Sly and Robbie. It's a great album. It's I think it's my favorite album from Serge Gainsbourg, reggae from the start to the end, and a great one, and of course the letter A here and in the end. So I tick the box for this one. Born in the same year than you. Yeah, we are not supposed to tell people how old is a woman, but yes, I am born in 65, and so was Björk. So it's her album from 2015, maybe? Yeah, 2015. Vulnicura. Yeah. I didn't get the album she released last year. Most listened to album in 2022. Well, I want to show two of them because I think that in the first part of the year I listened the most to this one. It is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and it is Butterfly 3000 in this sleeve paper. This is the hardcover, and here are some people with butterflies. And I listen. This is an album from 2021, and I listen on this. I listened to this album at that time because there is one track here that reminds me of an old English band that I used to have in the 80s, and in the second part of 2022, the album I listened the most was this one. It's an album by an artist called Barty's Strange. I think that he is English, I'm not sure, but I think that now he lives in USA, and the name of the album is Farm to Table, with the famous table here. And now artists you listen the most for 2022. Or for this question, it's very easy because it is as well the artist that the band that I purchased the most records in 2022, and it is the Sparks. I bought this one first, Indiscreet. Then this one, Little Beethoven, which is a great one. And then I found this, Number One in Heaven. And then I bought this one, Angst in My Pants. So this is the Sparks, and this is the band that I listen the most in 2022. Australian artist or band. Well, I love this one. It's a band called Shifting Sands. This is an album called Beach Coma. It was released in 2014, and it is published on Beast Records and Spooky Records. Beast Records is record stores, a record store in Brittany here in Rennes, and so I bought this one there, and I love this one, this album, and so I bought another one, which is called Crystal Cuts, and this is like you usually find in Australia. It's pop rock, maybe more folk, but a great composer as well. Surprising purchase in 2022. This is a surprise because I didn't think I could get this one if I didn't go to the record store, which is a label as well in London. And the record store is Honest John's Records in London, near rail station. And the album is Maki Asakawa. It is a double compilation album that was shown by Fred in Australia a few years ago, and I put this in my want list, and I never see this album in any record store. I don't order my music online. I could do it, but not so often. So when I could get this, yes, this is a great singer-songwriter from Japan, and with traditional flavor in it, and yeah, very folky, yeah, so great. An artist, band you are complete on. Well, I've got a few, but I decided to go for this guy, D'Angelo. So this is the first one, Brown Sugar. The second one, which is called Voodoo. And the third one, Black Messiah. I love that. Then a great run of 3 albums. Well, this is the moment when I show a French guy, and this is I think that American people or English people, you can know Françoise Hardy. So this is not Françoise Hardy, this is her husband, called Jacques Dutronc, and I prefer the music that he played than Françoise Hardy's, because it's more for me. So Jacques Dutronc, the first one, it was in 66. The second one, 68, and the third one, and this was 69. And yeah, he made really good albums in that period. The 3, 4, 5 first albums that he made was great, and the lyrics for people who understand French are great as well. And so Jacques Dutronc. An 80s soundtrack. So I decided to go for this one. This is Ran. It's a movie by Akira Kurosawa, a war movie on an ancient war, Japan against China, I think. And this is very atmospheric, very traditionally made, with a flute, for example, very slow flute, And yeah, we can say this is like experimental, traditional, I don't know, music from Japan. And the composer is Toru Takemitsu. Yeah. Sometimes you ask yourself, do I like that? This is not a good question for me, because is this an album that is a good addition to my collection? Because it's like one in a kind, you know, because it's we lost them in 2022. Well, unfortunately, we lost Angelo Badalamenti, who made the lyrics, the music for Twin Peaks, and this is an edition by the label Death Waltz Recording Company. So this is the music of the TV series Twin Peaks, not with the traditional cover, but yes, and it's a beautiful colored record. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't cheap at that time, but yes, I love this. It was released, this one, in 2016. A disappointing purchase in 2022. Sorry, it's a disappointing purchase for me because I don't like this so much, but it is in so many best-ofs in 2022, and I want to keep my subscribers, you know. But I would like maybe to show this one. This is an Italian prog band called Premiata Forneria Marconi, and I read some reviews on this. They are excellent, and I don't like that because it's prog, but it's pretentious. It's not for me. A grail. You get in yeah, no, sorry, a non-vinyl item. So this is the first time for me, but I ordered this album that was only released on a cassette tape, and by the same label as we mentioned for Shifting Sands, and it is the Wooden Faces. It's like a folk rock album, but very good. I think that they composed these tracks during the lockdown in France. This is a French band, yeah. So the Wooden Face, and the name of the album is Flying the Wrong Way. The next one is a grail. Well, only one for me this year. I've got other jazz albums that are very good additions to my collection, but a real grail, this is this one, which is a very unknown rock band from Brittany. So this was produced from my hometown here, and it is like one of the first rock band in Brittany in the 70s, and with some Celtic influence here, and yeah, they are This is a great album, and of course it's an original because there are no reissues of this sort of album. And the name of the band is Torlock, and the name of the album is Stock a Stock, and it was in 79 or 80 or 81, yeah. Torlock, Stock a Stock, great one. Very happy to get this one. Space themed album, sleeve or song? Well, for this question it was very easy for me because I am a completist for this band, which is Electric Light Orchestra, Out of Blue. So this is an album that I got in the early 80s, so it's a French original, or no, it's an English original, so yeah, Out of the Blue, Electric Light Orchestra. The next one, VCLT or present for Christmas. My daughter, who lived in the end of 2022 in Brussels, went to a record store in Brussels, and I will put the name here. She said that there was a very big choice of indie records, and she purchased for me this Utopic Cities, Progressive Jazz in Belgium, 68 to 79. Yeah, and you can get here Placebo, the Belgian one, Philippe Catherine, Marc Moulin, the lead musician of Placebo. Yeah, and it's a double compilation, and it's great. And an album released in 1973, the last question, and I will go for this. This is the Allman Brothers Band, Brothers and Sisters. All the Allman family, yeah. This is the last one. So thank you, Rob, for the idea and for taking the initiative to launch this vinyl tag. Thank you for watching, and please comment. Bye.